Okay, so welcome back. In this session, we are going to use the third party modules, that is ng table, then sweet alerts, sweet alert, and UI mask, and the ng toast. These four models we are going to use in our application, and let's see how they work. Okay, let me refresh the page. Yeah. Okay, so now I wanted to have, instead of date picker, few people don't like the date picker. Instead of that, I would like to have the text box. So for that, I'll add. Okay, for them we'll add another input, and we'll say this is as birth date. Okay, and for this model is dt for the birth date. Okay, we'll change. For everywhere we are having placeholder as email, let's get rid of that. Okay, now but that people can type anything here, and then lots of validation and kind of stuff. To get rid of that, we can use UI mask there. Okay, so UI mask is basically at many places, while adding the contact number or the dates, they used to have the mask like this. You cannot type, I cannot type characters over here. I'm pressing my character keys, I cannot type letters, I cannot type, but the numbers is allowed. Okay, how it is done? So let's check their documentation first. UI mask, Angular. Okay, this is the one that we are using, and what they say about the installation requirement is just AngularJS. We can download that from Bore. I guess we already have that installed. Yeah, in yes, UMask I'm having. Then we want to include their file. Let's include that in our index. Okay, I hope the path is correct. Okay, then add the module in our app. Now let's go ahead and how to use that. For using that, we just wanted to add directives for our input text. For this, for phone number, how they are doing, let's try, and then we'll see. Okay, in register form, let's have one more field over here as a phone number input type phone, and let's add the class as a form control. This is bootstrap class. Okay, what they have added, UI mask and UI mask placeholder. Okay, and right here. Okay, let me put phone number. Okay, placeholder, we don't know. Okay, let's see whether it's working first, then we'll understand. Yeah, phone number. Yeah, it's not good to add that. Can we remove? Yes, it's working. So let's understand how to add the mask. Okay, so basically A stands for any letter, 9 stands for any number, star for any letter or number, and the question is for the optional. Okay, so if I set this as a mask, I can put any numbers. This is my mask definition. Okay, I cannot write any letters right now. If I do it like this, okay, two stars, then quotes, then three letters, then three numbers right here. Two stars. I can write anything here. Okay, and here I cannot type the numbers. I can only type the letters and then only numbers. That's it. This is very simple, right? And this is the placeholder for mask. So when there is nothing, they will add underscore as a mask, right? We define that here. We can have that as a star, and so here it's a star. Correct? Underscore looks perfect. Okay, and let's configure the same thing for our birth date. We want birth date format to be like this. Okay, uh, correct. So birth date I can type 10. Oh no, why? No, it's at the top. This one. Just a moment. We are. Maybe slash they don't allow. Let's try with this. This is phone number, right? Type email is not supported. This was the problem. Okay, so now I can type 2012 2015 16 like this. The phone numbers. Pretty cool, right? And it's easy to integrate as well. We are done with UI mask. The the module that we used is UI mask Angulars. Okay, this is their GitHub link that you can refer for more documentation. Okay, and this is the site that we were looking at. Okay, perfect. Now we'll see the ng tables. For ng tables, what we need, first of all, we should have AngularJS. Okay, then we should have the ng table CSS. We should have ngtable.js. Let's copy this both and add those to the here. We need to define the paths for that. Correct? And let's see ng table, and where is the file in the source? No, let's search for that in bundles, I guess. Yeah, Bundles. Do we have bundles? E to E. No. Where is that? Demo apps, nothing. Demo site, we don't want. Scripts, source, test. My god, this is not the right package, I think so. Let's go ahead and add reference. They're saying you should install that using their npm package. We installed using Bower, maybe because of that. Let's install. So right here, okay, this is going to create the node modules folder. Let's delete this ng table. This is going to create, yeah. Okay, now we are good. In node modules, yeah, it's there. The types, ng table. In bundles, they got ng table min.css and ng table min.js. Let's just, what is this types? Okay, let's move those files from here to Bower component, so this will be single place. Okay, and kill the node modules. Okay, now the Bower component till here slash ng table, right? Bow component ng table bundles and the files are there. Okay, perfect. So we added these files. Now we need to include their module. Okay, perfect. Now in your HTML within controller where you plan to use ng table, add this in your HTML file. Okay, so let's do that. For our products, we'll try for our all products. Okay, instead of disturbing our products directly, we'll see. Okay, and var self is equal to this in our all products control.js. This is for ng tables, right? And we are having only single. Okay, let's add class as table in Bootstrap. Okay, let's my app, what they cannot find. Why? Yeah, those files, Bower components, ng table. The folder name is ng hyphen table. Okay, so let's go to our home page, login. Right here, ng table params is not defined. Probably, where is that? maybe we need to inject that something, the service. I think so. Let's try. It has to be, no man, table runs. No, there is not, no, this is not good documentation, I think so. What we are missing here, the table params. We don't have table, ng table params. No. Yes, it's working, but we don't have any data. We are having data set as data. Maybe we are having multiple data variables. Yeah, the data variable is the same, so we'll change this to ng table data. Let's try with this, and now let us see. Still nothing. Why? Because of this. Still nothing. Let's do one thing. Let's assign, let's define the global variable. If I we don't write var, it becomes global variable. The scope is equal to dollar scope, and that way it become, we can check that in here, scope dot ng. What is that? Ng table data. It is scope dot ng table data. It's undefined still. Because it's not in the scope. It's directly, ng table data is not defined still. How is that possible? Let me var sa is equal to, yeah. Okay, let's try for this. No, we cannot, we can't, those variables are not global, we cannot access that in the scope. Sorry. Ng table data will console that data. Ng table data, line number 36. Okay. 36, yeah. Yes, the data is there. We are passing. We need to check. Okay, we'll look for other example, working example for this. We don't have ng table working example. Ng table example, right here what they are having, the data JSON file. Okay, then they are having this HTML. The format is so messy. They are having ng table params like this, and right here. Okay, what these people are doing? ng table params, table data is the blank array, then scope dot table params is equal to ng table params. They are assigning some settings, that page 1 count 6 comma the total is equal to table data dot length. Okay, the get data is the function. Okay, let's just copy this for somewhere so it will be readable. Yeah, so ng table, they are having the scope dot table params. What we are doing, okay, let's resolve this app.js in all products. Let's get rid of this entire thing, and while we do, okay, page 1 count 6 table data, so or so instead of we'll pass these products get data, in get data there they need data. Okay, so right here scope dot products table params, are we using same right here, ng table is equal to vm dot table params, and we are having name and price, right? Okay, in data, oh yeah, now I got it. Total get data. Okay, just a moment, let me see what we missed. Okay, so no, there is nothing changed. The data set, and what here we are doing, get data right here. User in dollar data and vm table params dollar data. Okay, let us see in all products. Okay, let it be like this, and let's try and run. Why it's okay, Cloudflare is not responding. ng table we don't have that ng table params like this. Why these people used to change their syntax? This was working, right? The table data is not defined in line number 22, table data. So this will be our scope dot products dot length. Now data is not getting rendered. Now it's all about here. The let's suppose this is our product dot name and the price, the filter name and the price, the sortable name and the price. Mm, no, let's just this is the array of person. Where is code pen? Yeah, okay. No, it's not working. Let's look at their ng table params. What is this vm dot ng table?
So, table params were accessing scope.
What they have written in HTML? Let's look at that. ng table is equal to table params.
Directly.
Let's remove this vm, we don't know about that. Then class, okay, show filter true. I think we should be good. ng table params dot ts r is not function. No, there must be some problem. The default, they don't have any working example on index.js. No. Probably we are messing with their data. Okay, let's have their default configuration as it is. Okay. And we'll comment out our data, the other stuff. Maybe these people used to change the versions and they at that time they change. Okay, and just make like this, comment out. Okay, now we should be good.
PNG, young capital.
Okay, let us see.
EX at last. Yeah.
35. What is that? Data is not getting rendered. Data is there, but what's the problem, man?
I think VM is treated as self.
Let's try and remove VM. Okay, let's see now. No, let's remove this self. What is this self? Let's
inside the controller.
what we are doing. Yeah, ng table. Yes, right. Now let's just get rid of this. Okay, so we'll first of all we'll try to add this with our table. After getting, we don't want this data now. Our data set will be the scope dot products. Okay, and let us see whether it works there. Instead of the title will be small name and price, name, price, and the price here as well.
Price.
Yes. Okay.
Name.
Where?
User.std.
Oh. Yes. We are so good, and we can sort, right? We can filter perfume. We can filter by. We have everything. This is to show the number of records on single page. This is not pagination. This is the number of records to display at a time. Okay, so to have this inside of our data, now we'll use it here as a product. Okay, and for those td we need like this. And for price, okay, and right here the product dot id. Yeah, we are good. We are not sure about the dollar index, whether it's going to work. Let's see.
Table PNG model. Table type.
Yeah, Okay,
Yes.
we can see, but the filters and that stuff is not there because of this T head. We don't want T head now, correct?
Yes.
Neither T body, right? Let it be there. Yes, it got working now. Let's just kill. The title is the column name right here. We'll write that like this. For a filter, the name, the field name is the name, okay, and we will treat that as a text. The price as a number, and the sortable, the field name we need to provide, okay.
We need to change
So we are pretty good with the ng tables.
so
It's working.
we need to change one more place.
What?
After the deleting item, we have initialized the scope again.
After delete, what we are doing? After delete, we are calling the same function get products.
Yes.
Then that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, let's see whether it works. Deleted. Yeah, it works. Okay, perfect. Now we are left with the sweet alerts. Okay, so after after adding new product, we want to show simple message. Instead of this boring alert, we want to show sweet alert, right? That's the plugin name, sweet alert, in AngularJS. Okay, and it require AngularJS and sweet alert libraries. We can install that using Bower. We are already having that installed right here, ng sweet alert. It is having sweet alert mean.js. Okay, so we need to include mean.js first and the CSS. Okay, so CSS we don't have here, but maybe we can find that right here
This.
in dist. Yeah, correct. Okay, let's go ahead and include for CSS dist. Okay, sweet alert simply. Alert.
This.
Okay,
Yes.
then ng sweet alert and the sweet alert mean.
Yes.
Yes, so it will be ng. How is that? Okay, sweet alert. Right,
Yes.
now the next thing is we need to, yeah, we need to include the module. This is the name of that module in app.js. Okay, now let's just use our, they're having their demos right here. Okay, we'll try this basic message first. When we save add product js, and instead of right here we'll have this message. Probably let's try first.
To include it in control.
Yes. Okay, now let's go ahead and add one product. Swal is not function. Swal sweet alert dot swal is not a function. Okay, in console. Okay, let me check. Right here I configured that one time before, and let us see which files are actually required, because we had to
Only one file.
swift alert js, and at the bottom, yeah, that is from sweet alert master. Those are two, sweet alert mean.js as well as this one.
Yes.
Okay, let's include that. Sweet alert, maybe they need some more things. Sweet alert dist.
Sweet.
Where is that ng? The same file, I guess we are including twice.
No.
Maybe. Okay, just a moment. Ng sweet alert. Okay.
And alert.js. There also.
Hmm. Let us see. Yes. Document added successfully. Now it's looking good. And on delete, we want the confirmation like this. Are you sure we want to delete? Yes. After yes, then again swal. Okay, we'll copy this, and in our delete function, write all products. Yeah, before deleting we'll ask them. Okay, so let me check their documentation. This is, yes, delete it. Yeah, this should be there. Okay, so the confirmation text, yes, delete it, no, cancel, please. Okay, your record is safe. Okay, and your product will say your product is deleted. Product is deleted. For the swal, this is the format, that this is the title, message, and the success or errors. Okay, uh, okay, on else there is not, this is not required to show. Okay, are you sure your product will be deleted. Okay, now let's just run, and on delete we are not actually deleting. Let's just do this right here, correct? Okay,
Success of that call.
so this function we are getting the parameter as is confirmed, and if it is confirmed then only we will delete, otherwise we'll do nothing. Okay, the sweet alert is not defined. So delete, are you sure? No. Yeah, we need to close, I guess. Yes. Yeah, deleted. Okay. So what we'll do, this val will add that instead of right here, and the message will replace that message. Okay.
Yes.
And why it's not closing?
So
Show
cancel.
cancel button true.
No, sir. Only
Close on confirm false. Close on cancel true. Okay,
yes.
let's see now how it is. No. Okay, yes, deleted. Okay, perfect. So now this is looking good, correct? Now for update we want something different, not same as like this alert or sweet alert or something else. We want some decent message that we can easily display using ng toast. Okay, this is another ng toast angular js, right? Which one is that? This? Yeah. Okay, so this is the website. ng toast, they have this board. Okay, then they want us to include animate, sanitize. They need sanitize as well, so we'll grab the cdn of angular sanitize. These three libraries are always required, like the sanitize, ng touch, and the animate. Okay, and what is the module name for sanitize? Maybe ng sanitize. Let's see, sanitize. Yes, it's correct. Okay, let's include that. Now what is next? We want to include toast mean. Are we done with the installation? Yes. Let's see. We are, oh, we already had yeah, ng sanitize. Okay, ngToast dist, and we need their ngToast mean css and mean js, right? ngToast dist. Okay, now let's copy this, not this one. What's happening? Yeah? Okay. ng toast, right? Dist ng toast dot min dot css, and the same with the js. Okay, now I need to include this model to our app. Let's include that. Let's take this down. Okay, we need to include this HTML anywhere on our page, so we'll directly add that to our index here, and whenever we want to use that, then we need to inject the provider ngToast. We want to use that in edit controller, so I'll inject that here to have the message. This is their function on update instead of alert. We want like this, and the message will be, this is not warning, right? This is success. Okay, let's try now. Do we have any error? No. Okay, edit, let's make it, yeah, document updated successfully. Perfect. Let's see why we don't have that close option. Haha. To clear the toast, we can clear, yeah, automatically it's going after some time. They are having settings, the content, dismiss on timeout, default is true, timeout is 4 seconds, then dismiss button by default is false, we can make that true. Okay, right here the dismiss button is equals to true. Let's write edit, let's remove this. Yeah, yes, so we saw many third party models, right? We have seen the UIB, we have seen UI Bootstrap, then we saw ng tables, we saw ng toast, we saw UI mask, right? In
Yes.
UI Bootstrap, we have seen date picker, then model, tooltips. You can try with the rest of the directives, those are there from UI Bootstrap, right? Okay, I guess we are very much good with the now MinStack applications. We can create beautiful Angular app connected to the Node.js REST APIs, right? We are completely done here. Okay, so thank you so much for having your lots of patience. Yeah, and you are free to laugh at the mistakes that we did. Okay, yes, thank you. Bye bye.